Hey everyone, PB here, and welcome to my Star Ocean recap series. Unlike my other favorite JRPGs such as Final Fantasy and the Tales of series, all of the games in Star Ocean are based in the same universe, just at different points in time. I know I've struggled with remembering all the events that happened in the series, so I've made these videos to go over the main storylines. Be forewarned that this series does contain spoilers. Without further ado, let's recap Star Ocean: Integrity and Faithlessness. Star Ocean: Integrity and Faithlessness is based in the year Stardate 537 and is fourth in the timeline. The game takes place on the planet Faithlessness 4. There is a war going on between the central country of Rizulia and the western country of Trakur. You play as the character Fidel, who lives in a small village bordering Trakur, which is suddenly attacked by Eidolon, a vicious bandit group. You're able to defend against the attack, but you fear they'll return in greater numbers. You head off to the capital city with your friend Miki to request reinforcements. Along the way, you meet a soldier from the capital named Victor, who agrees to escort you the rest of the way, along with a signaturgist named Fiore, who was summoned by the capital to research the enemy's new weapons. You travel together until you reach the gates of the castle of Central Rizulia. You ask for reinforcements, but your request is denied. Victor and Fiore head into the castle while you and Miki head back to your hometown with nothing. On your way back, you notice a spacecraft fly overhead and crash into the terrain nearby. You rush to the crash site and find a girl named Relia comes running out of the craft seeking help. A couple men from an organization named Kronos comes out with guns and demands that you return her to them. You engage in battle, but your weapons are dealing no damage to them. Relia lets out a loud cry and Signet appears, which causes everything around you to freeze in time. She collapses from the ordeal and you carry her back to your home and let her rest in your bed. You learn that while you were away, the town was attacked again. You head to the mayor's house and are surprised to see that Victor and his unit have come to help with the counterattack. You find the Eidolon secret base and engage in battle with their leader. You are victorious, however, the weapon that the Eidolon leader used was similar to the one that Kronos used. You return back to town and check on Relia. She's awake but can't remember who she is or where she came from. The only clue is the signet she bears, so you, Miki, Victor, and Relia seek out Fiore at the front lines to see if she can identify the signet. When you get to the front lines, you are overwhelmed by the enemy soldiers and Relia lets out a large cry like she did before, which freezes all the enemy soldiers. Fiore has never seen a signet like Relia's before or observed such powerful signaturgy. You are tasked to escort Fiore back to her hometown Central in the eastern country of Langdao while Victor remains at the front line. On your way there, you are attacked by Kronos soldiers again. During the battle, two Federation soldiers dressed as locals show up to help you fight off the Kronos soldiers. They introduce themselves as Emerson, Kenny, and Anne, and they join your motley crew. When you all get to Sanctuary, you head to the Royal Institute of Signatory Studies and speak with the director Cassius, who tells you to go to the Ancient Institute in order to find more answers. You go to the Ancient Institute and learn that Relia came from a hidden research facility in Trakur. Due to the war, you head to Central Rizulia to ask Victor for help to get behind enemy lines in order to find the hidden research facility. When you arrive, you learn that the enemy has broken through the front lines and is approaching the castle's city gates. You join the fight but are cornered by another group of Kronos soldiers, outmatched by the advanced weapons Kronos is using as well as being pinned down by the Kronos spacecraft above that's firing on them. Relia's powers go off again, but this time teleports them far away from the battle to a territory north of the Trakur's border named Solma. Victor rushes back to Rizulia while the rest of you head towards Trakur. You encounter Kronos once more and Miki is critically injured while protecting Relia, causing Relia's powers to create a barrier around them. After defeating the enemy, Emerson contacts his ship to have you all teleported on board the vessel and you rush Miki to the infirmary to be healed. While Miki is recovering, the rest of you teleport down to the planet to head to the hidden research facility in Trakur. Once you locate and enter the hidden research lab, you find a room where Relia was experimented on and which also has a data terminal in it, and downloads the documents from the terminal, triggering a trap which activates a self-destruct sequence. You are able to escape the facility and teleport to your ship just in time to clear the blast radius. You realize that Relia isn't safe on Faithlessness 4, so once Miki recovers, you say your goodbyes. Fiore, Miki, and you are teleported back to the planet, leaving Relia in the custody of Emerson and Anne. The three of you join back up with Victor to lead a back attack on Eastern Trakur. During the attack, Emerson and Anne show back up and assist you in the fight. After defeating the enemy, Emerson tells you that before they got too far from Faithlessness 4, their ship was attacked by Kronos vessels. They were able to escape by shuttle back to Faithlessness 4, but Relia had a transport tracker on her which Kronos used to teleport her into their custody. Anne and Fiore work together to analyze the documents in symbometric wave patterns to locate another hidden base in Trakur. You head to the facility and make your way through the various corridors and experiment rooms until you're able to find where Relia is being held. You rescue a girl who you believe is Relia but is actually her older sister Faria, which you don't figure out until much later in the game. You head back to Eastern Trakur to determine your next course of action. The town is attacked, Faria is kidnapped, you rescue Faria, you defeat the enemy leader, and now your plan is to rid Relia of her powers via an expunction device at the Ancient Institute. During your travels back to Santarol, you get word that a Kronos ship will be entering Fate Creed 4's atmosphere soon. You try to make it to the Ancient Institute in time, but you are blocked by General Alma, the leader of Kronos, who teleported down with a group of soldiers and Rilia in front of you. He knocks you out and kidnaps Feria, leaving with both girls. After some time passes, Emerson's new ship arrives in orbit, and you all board the ship knowing that you may never be allowed to return to Fate Creed 4 again due to the UP3. While chasing down General Alma's ship, Fury imbues the gravitic warp engines with her signaturgy, which allows the spaceship to warp at incredible speeds in order to catch up with them. They engage in battle with the General's ship and are able to disable their engines and power. You teleport onto their ship and set out to rescue the girls. You find and rescue Rilia, but learn that Feria has been taken to the research facility back on Fate Creed 4. A self-destruct sequence was initiated, and again, you make it out just in time before it goes off. You head back to the hidden research facility you found Feria in before and meet a scientist who escorts you to where Feria is being tested on. You are attacked by a genetically engineered beast designed to solely attack Fidel. Rilia uses her powers to protect him, however, this was just a ploy by General Alma to monitor Rilia's biological responses when she activates her powers so they can artificially manipulate those responses. General Alma leaves the planet with Feria, and you learn from the scientists that they were conducting space-time symbol research to turn life forms into weapons, which they had only 2 successful subjects, which they imbued symbols onto, Rilia and Feria. You were told to go to Signacilia, an ancient ruins in the snowy territory of Solma, and head to the deepest chambers where you can find the reasons as to why they chose this planet as their laboratory. Since you have no leads as to where General Alma went with Feria, you head to Signacilia to discover why Kronos is on Fate Creed 4. You explore the ruins and find a hidden passage in the deepest chambers. As you head through the secret passage, you enter a realm which appears to be floating over nothing and has a strange records device in the center of it. Rilia approaches it, and scenes of the previous Star Ocean games are displayed simultaneously on it. Rilia recovers her lost memories and learns that she was created to destroy. You reassure her that she's good and doesn't have to be bad. You leave the structure and teleport back to your ship. The president of Kronos contacts you all and informs you that they are currently in a civil war with General Alma, who is acting upon his own with an anti-Federation faction of the military, and that Kronos government has no intention to start a war with the Federation and is requesting help to stop General Alma. You travel to the anti-Federation faction's hideout, which is disguised as an asteroid within an asteroid belt near a Kronos space station. You and the Kronos president contact General Alma to attempt peaceful negotiations, but are found to be fruitless. You force your way into General Alma's hideout with the help of Rilia's powers, disabling the structure's shields. You head to the deepest chambers where you find a Feria clone which General Alma's mad scientist had developed into a weapon. You engage in battle and defeat it, causing General Alma to assimilate his top scientist with a symboform by using space-time symbology, which opens up a portal to a parallel dimension. You defeat the hybrid monster and continue forth to find Feria. You finally make it to General Alma, who uses Feria to emit a barrier around himself. You engage in battle but are unable to hurt him. Rilia is able to nullify Feria's powers with her own, allowing you to turn the tides on the battlefield. General Alma then has Feria perform signet replication on him, increasing his powers tenfold. As you continue to damage General Alma, he assimilates himself with Feria as a last-ditch effort in defeating you. Now that they are one and Alma is stronger than before with impenetrable defenses, your only option now is to kill them both. Feria is able to communicate with Rilia from within Alma, and the 2 girls join their powers in disabling Alma's defenses, allowing you to finally defeat him. In the end, the universe is saved from General Alma's threat. Feria is also killed, but she imbues a part of herself as a symbol on Rilia. You all make it back to your dimension and immigrate to Earth, so all that's left now is to view whichever endings you've unlocked. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. These videos do take me a bit of time and are strenuous to make, so please let me know in the comments below if this was helpful or if there was anything else important that I may have missed. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Feel free to check out some of my other videos on my channel since I do have a variety of gaming content. Until then, take care, my friends.